Hi, welcome to the second lecture of compound interest. Now in the first lecture, we have seen how we can use or how we can find compound interest and amount after certain year by using simple interest formula. Now in this particular lecture, we will see the formula which we can use to find the compound interest. So compound interest formula. Now the concept here given is the arithmetic involved in working out compound interest can be quite complicated when the number of payment or the length of time are both are large, right? So when I give you time as 5 years, right? So in that case, it is very lengthy to calculate interest for each year successively. However, just as there is formula for calculating simple interest, so also there is a formula which can be used to work out compound interest. Using this formula saves a great deal of time. So the formula is A is equal to P into 1 plus R upon 100 the whole power n. Here A is amount. Now A is what amount? It is the amount which I will receive after certain year when I put some amount in bank or somewhere which gives me interest. So this is the final amount. P is the principal, R is the rate of interest, and N is the time in year. So let us see the first problem. Find the amount of interest of rupees 5000 in 2 years at 10% per annum compound interest. So here amount I have to find out. Principal is given 5000, time is given 2 years, and rate of interest is 10%. So I use the formula for amount, which is P into 1 plus R upon 100 the whole power n. Now the value of P is 5000, value of R is 10, and value of N is 2. So I put respective values. Now this 1 plus 10 upon 100, I hope you know how to calculate it. First I will make denominator of both the terms same. So this 1 can be written as 100 upon 100, and 100 when added with 10 it becomes 110. So I will say that 5000 into 110 upon 100 plus 110 upon 100, right? Now you can calculate it yourself. You will get result as 6050. So that means my rupees 5000 will become rupees 6050 after 2 years. So compound interest will be this amount minus principal. So you can learn this formula. Compound interest is amount minus principal, A minus P. So A minus P, you get rupees 1050. So this rupees 1050 is your compound interest. Now let us see the second type of problem when interest is compounded half yearly. Now there are some bank or there are some organizations who give you interest after every 6 months or after every 3 months. Then in that case, I have to add my interest after 6 months or after 3 months. So therefore, let us see how we slightly modify our formula to get the answer. Now the problem is we have to find the amount of rupees 256 in 1 year at 12.5% per annum when the interest is compounded half yearly. Now here the time is given 1 year, but what is happening that I am getting interest after every 6 months. So my principal is 256, and in 1 year I have 2 half years. So the value of n will become 2, and the annual rate is 12.5%, which is 25 upon 2. So therefore the rate of interest for 6 months, that is half yearly rate, will become 25 upon 4. I will divide this 25 divided by 2 and get half year rate as 25 upon 4. So in my formula, which is A is equals to P into 1 plus R upon 100 the whole power n, for half yearly I will use the half yearly rate of interest and I will use the number of terms, the number of half year terms, that is in this problem it is 2. So let us put the values, respective values, and do the calculation. You will get total amount as rupees 289. That means our rupees 256 after 1 year will become rupees 289. So hence I can calculate compound interest if required, but in the problem it is only asked to find the amount. So 256 is the amount which I will have after 1 year. Now let us see this third problem. Sunil loaned rupees 8,192 to Ravi to enable him to purchase a TV set. If Sunil charged interest at a rate of 12.5% per annum, compounded half yearly, calculate the amount that Sunil will pay to Ravi after 1.5 years. So again here I have to find amount after 1.5 years. Now as Sunil is charging interest half yearly, so in 1.5 year, how many half year I have? 3 half year, and yearly rate of interest is 12.5. So I will find first half yearly rate of interest. So see, principal is 2,192, rate is 12.5, that is 25.2% yearly. So I will convert it in half yearly rate, which is 25 upon 4, and the time will be 3 by 2 year, that is 3 by 2 into 2 times, that is 3 half years. So I use these values, that is in place of n I will use 3 and in place of r I use 25 upon 4. So put the values and calculate. I will get the final amount, which is 9,826. Yes. So amount paid to Sunil is rupees 9,826. Now third type of problem. So two type of problem we have already seen. In the first type of problem, the interest is charged annually, and the second type of problem, the interest is charged half yearly or quarterly. We haven't seen any problem for quarterly, but if the problem is for quarterly, then you have to multiply your year by 4, because in 1 year we have 4 quarters, and the annual rate of interest we have to divide by 4. Right? Now here, when the rate of interest for successive years are different, right? It may happen that this year the rate of interest is 10%, next year it will be 11%, after that it will be 12%, and so on. So in that case, how we use the formula? So if the rate of interest is different for every year, say R1%, R1, R2, R3 for first, second, third year, then the amount after 3 years is given by A is equals to P into 1 plus R1 upon 100 into 1 plus R2 upon 100 into 1 plus R3 upon 100. Let us see one problem. Find the compound interest on rupees 80,000 for 3 years if the rate for 3 years are 4%, 5% and 10% respectively. So I will put the values and the amount and solve. I get total amount as 19,096 rupees. Now compound interest is your amount minus your principal, so that gives me 16,096 rupees. Okay, so in this lecture we have compound interest using the formula for amount, which is A is equals to P into 1 plus R upon 100 the whole power n. Now you are in position to solve these problems. I am not reading the problem. You pause the video, go through the problem, solve it by yourself and check with the answers whether you are getting answers or not. In case you are not getting the answer, recheck your problem. If then also you are not getting the answer, then coordinate with me. Thank you.